What's happening, Achievers? Ajit Sidhu here from Invincible Achievers. I thought I'd quickly jump in here and quickly have a quick discussion with you guys about environment. I know I've been going on about environment for a while now, but the reason why I've been talking about environment, how important environment it actually is because we've had builders working in our house for the past 6 weeks on a job that should have been done in a week. And that's where environment is key, because I have an office where I do my recording, my work, my business, and I've had to be removed from it. So I've been almost like a backpacker, going from one place to a next place. And that has brought a lot of turmoil in my mind, because I don't have a set place where I can create, meditate, move things forward. And this is something that people don't realize in their everyday life, because they're in their environment that is consistent. That consistency that you've created could be the thing that's holding you back. But also, if you don't have a consistent place, that could be the thing that's holding you back. We have to analyze our environment completely. If we live in a house that's full of mess, full of rubbish, or we don't even tidy up, how we do anything is how we do everything. Our mind's going to be like that. And we don't realize how powerful our mind is. They did a test. I heard of a test. I didn't do this test, but I read about this test where 100 people were given hot water to hold on the street whilst they're walking, and then another 100 were given cold water to just hold. So a person went up to them and said, "Could you hold this for me while I just tie my shoelaces?" And the unsuspected person that actually held the cup said, "Yeah, sure, I'll hold it up for you." And they held it. They tied the person tied the shoelaces, took the cup, and went. Just as that person that was holding the cup went over, another person came and said, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question? What did you think of the person that was tying the shoelaces?" And now the people that were holding the hot cup said, "Yeah, it was a warm, caring person." But all the people that were holding the cold water said, "Oh, that person was a bit cold, was a bit distant." So just holding a hot or cold cup triggered off how we felt about someone else, how we feel about another person. Are they warm to us or are they cold to us? That's environment, the external environment, just a small thing like that. What about our environment? If we're living in a mess and we don't realize we're living in a mess, if we're living an unorganized life in our room, in our house, how does it affect your mind? Because I can tell you from personal experience, I've had challenges in my mind as I've been moving from my son's room to the bedroom, making my office, to working downstairs in the kitchen, to working in the office when the builders decide not to come. It creates an awareness. It's been enlightening. It creates an awareness where you think, wow, when I'm working here, I'm thinking this way. And when I'm working over there, I'm thinking in a different manner. But people aren't aware of that whilst they're working in their office. Even at work, when they're in the office, what's the environment like? Are the people around them nice, friendly, or are they all gossipy, non-workers? Because if you hang around non-workers, then you become a non-worker. They say a statistic, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. So if you're at work, your level of income, your level of mindset, your level of thinking is on average the 5 people that you hang out with. So who are the most closest, the 5 people that you're the closest to? If you write that down, say, I hang out with my partner, I hang out with my best friend, I hang out with my brother, I hang out with my sisters, I hang out with my colleagues, my friends. You write the 5 people that you spend the most time with. You will realize that you are a sum of all those people. So if we find better friends, find better group, input better things, like, for instance, watching this about personal development, pushing ourselves forward, motivating ourselves, even just reading a meme, a personal development quote that triggers off something else, that triggers off a domino effect in our mind. This is the reason why I'm consistently putting up small little quotes, a daily quote, so everyone that sees it will trigger off a different path in their mind. That's what we have to analyze. But the other thing that we have to also analyze is what we focus on. What we focus on a consistent basis, because that's our internal environment that we create. If we're focusing on fight, if we're focusing on the turmoils that are inside us or the negativity that has been created, then we produce that. What we focus on, we bring about. So we just need to analyze that, guys. We need to analyze our environment, which is hugely important, external environment, and our internal environment. Internal environment, what goes on in our thoughts, in our minds, what we think about, what we do when we wake up in the morning. Do we meditate? Are we grateful for everything that we have in our life? Or do we start picking up the emails and looking at all the problems that lie in front of us in the day? We need to analyze this. We need to put barriers up around us to prevent us from going onto the internet. I've actually set a limit, the screen time to shut down at 11 o'clock, because I realized that when my brain is tired and I accidentally start flicking through, not even accidentally, but I pick up the phone and think, oh, I'll get a hit of dopamine inside of me, a distraction drug. So I start flicking through my phone, and then I get stuck in it, and I realize 45 minutes, an hour, but why was I trying to distract myself? I was trying to distract myself from all the challenges, the problems, the environment, the not so great workmanship that's been going around me in my environment. So I distract myself, and then I'll be stuck there for an hour, a waste of 1 hour of scrolling. So now I've set a screen time where it shuts down at 11 o'clock. I can't touch it. It's been amazing. It's been life-changing in a sense, because there's things that I'm putting in my brain now. I pick up a book and read it before going to sleep. The things that go into my head is what's going to be triggered off. The environment that I'm creating creates my life. And that's the same for everyone. So guys, keep adding value to people's lives. Keep spreading the love. And just remember, we are one idea away from changing the future. Take care. Bye.